Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and irate, and we act the fool for the paper.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Get set. 95-56.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get set. 12.
On second down, here's Breeze. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. From the gun, Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Under, 90.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Monday. 12. Hey, 2. 36.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready, Monday. Yellow lady. Mike,
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Easy. Ready. Flat, 22. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Let's go now. Green, Trevor C. Hey, let's go. Watch the foul shot.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Now Jones, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now Jameis on second down. Over the middle to Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
150. Ready.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Justin Evans. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Here we go. Good set, good set, good set. Okay. Ready. Ready. Left.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
13. Ready. You ready? Over. 11.
Now Breeze. Lost the football. They call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll run it with Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, let's get it working. Let's go.
Back near his own goal line, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Easy. Green, triple C. Ready. Blue ready.
Second down, Winston. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Breeze to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Breeze now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Good. Right forward, ready. We got 21. Hey, easy.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And some room to roam now. Escapes the defender. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
13.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And Josh Hill has it. And he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Breeze now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
11. 12.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, check, right 21. Got it. Kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
21. 21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays and they give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here,
all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, Winston again. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Let's go now.
A give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. It hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Winston from the gun on third down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. loads this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Here we go, 21. Get set, get set.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. You're good. Line 4, ready. Wait, make that.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Breeze now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Kill! Hey, two. Let him.
On second down, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. A give. This is Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I tell you, You don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now a pitch out to Kamara, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back now here live in New Orleans. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Ready. Under. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
21. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
21. 11.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Winston escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ready. Blue way. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Hey, let's go.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Kamara. And now running right through it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
21. Ready. 11. We're waiting.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Let's go now.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Ted Ginn's gonna go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's gonna take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Here's a toss coming right. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Winston to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flop.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. What's up, keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light.